Hello and welcome to today's episode at TSARP. I'm your host, Andrew Weir, and today is our special guest, Sam.
Hi.
You're the day. It's not our guest today. It's you're the day, supposedly. We're not redoing that.
Wow.
So, as you probably saw in the title, we're going to be giving you 3 tips to help you debug your code. Because debugging is very annoying. And when I say very, I mean very. It's the thing that stops a lot of programmers from coding successfully.
Really?
So, really? I had no idea. I thought everything worked first try. Ugh, I wish.
That'd be nice.
That would be nice. So, first tip of the day is you should reproduce the bug. So, that kind of means take snippets of your code, paste it into another program, and run them until you run into the same issue that you're having in your main code. And then once you run into the issue, eliminate other pieces and kind of limit it to only the piece causing the issue. And then you can kind of find where the error is and maybe even find what the error or bug is that you're trying to fix. So it can be really helpful to kind of figure out what you need to do. But if that doesn't work and you're kind of frustrated and annoyed, you should leave and kind of just take a break, a 5-minute break, maybe get a snack, look at your phone, I don't know, kind of like calm down, don't get angry about the bug, and hopefully when you come back, you have a new mindset of what you need to do to fix it.
Yeah. I do that and when not.
Yeah. So if that doesn't work and you still can't figure it out, you should look it up. If you haven't already, look it up because there's so many different places online on Stack Overflow and all different websites that people have probably run into the same problem before and they can help you out, or you can see how someone else helped out the person that also had that bug. So looking online and going on online resources or even stuff like documentation can help a lot. So, if that doesn't help, if no one else has ever had this bug, you can kind of talk through it. So, it may be in your head or to another person or even to a little rubber duck on your desk. You could say, okay, this is what I'm trying to do. This is the problem I'm having. This is the piece of code that I think is causing the issue. And just by talking it out in your head or to another person, or even if the other person knows how to code already, they can help you out to figure it out and what is causing the bug. But say that doesn't work. You don't have a rubber duck on your desk. You don't have a voice in your head. You don't have a friend around. Read through your error messages because the error messages in your console or if it's web development, JavaScript, in your F12 menu, anything. Look anywhere that will give you more information about what's going on. So even if it's like a little like you forgot a parentheses, which would be really sad if you went through all these steps and didn't figure out. But it could happen. So, look in your error messages, figure out what's going on, and hopefully one of those tips helped you. If they didn't, well, then that's an issue. And I don't know what to tell you. And even if like none of that's helping, you can just try to do it another way. There's all different ways to do things with coding and programming and all different things. So Sam, you have a little bonus tip that we didn't already talk about, right?
Yes. So this is sort of similar to the rubber ducky on your desk. But I use this one actually a lot, especially with Hatch, which is a visual based one. I like to draw out my problem. So I just open up Note on my iPad or something. And I just draw out what I need to do and draw out what it's doing right now. And I figure out step by step what's happening.
And that's kind of like on the topic of like what they call pseudocode. So it's basically like writing out what you need to code without a coding language. So this can be done 2 ways. You could go in like a notepad, like you said, or docs online, or even like a physical notepad and write it down. Kind of like, so I need to have a loop, go through this array, and extract this information. Or even if you don't feel like writing without a programming language, you could go into a programming language you're really good at. So say I'm programming in Rust, and and I don't know Rust very well. I can go into JavaScript or Python or a language that I do know pretty well, and I can just code it in that language, and hopefully that helps me figure out what I need to do. And yeah, normally that's a tip that helps me a lot too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Steven, do you have any good tips for helping people debug your code?
Not really. What I really do mostly is just like figure out the problem first and like then look up online if I can't figure it out myself.
I think he just summed up our general episode in like one sentence.
Yeah, he summed it up. Go online, look it up. That's all the tips we needed, guys. Use ChatGPT. Oh god.
Oh god.
I don't think we can go an episode without mentioning ChatGPT. It's not because we like it. It's just because it's such a popular topic right now,
Yeah.
and it is
Yeah.
useful.
Yes.
So if you only listen to these last 10 seconds of the episode or last minute of the episode, what you should take away is don't get frustrated. There's so many resources online. There's people you can talk to. There's all different things you can do, like we mentioned in this episode, to help you debug your code. And worst comes to worst, you can listen to one of these episodes and see how we do it, or go to a part 2, which we haven't filmed a part 2 yet because we couldn't think of anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woohoo. So, thank you all for listening to today's episode at TSARP. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you walked away with some information you didn't come into the episode with. And we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
See you later.
I love how Steven just joined.